Uric Classic Whole Body Tonic is a dietary supplement, not a drug. Therefore, it is useful to affect the structure and/or function of your body in various ways, but it is not intended to and will not cure, mitigate, treat, or prevent any disease. Individual testimonials may not be everyone's experience and do not constitute scientific evidence. Uric Corporation does not make any drug or treatment claims for its product.
So good evening, everyone. Greetings to all of you. Thank you very much for being on the call. I see there are a few more that maybe would have liked to have said hello and joined in on the conversation at the top of the hour. And we used to do that a number of years ago, and people would jump in and chit-chat, and we might do that periodically, so we'll try and let you know. Rather than just play music while you're waiting for the call to start, you can always trade some info and say hello to one another. Good way to mix it up, and a good way for new people to get that family feeling that we really have tried our hardest to do. And in some respects, I think we've managed admirably, because there are so many people to the extended family of the JC Tonic drinkers, some of them going back 40 years now. So we don't hear them on the call, of course, but they may not be there, but they're on the call in spirit. And this call, of course, is made for particularly new people. And those that do come on and listen again periodically or every week are certainly welcome, but the whole plan of the call is to have you bring new people so they can hear what's going on. And in particular, of course, we featured some really outstanding, remarkable, miraculous success stories over the years. And of course, those success stories are the best tool that a new ambassador could ever want to have. Not only an ambassador, but a consumer who wants to share their good fortune with a friend without building a business, so to speak. This is a great way to let them hear what this product does, like from a third party. It doesn't matter who you are, and it doesn't matter if you're me. We all face the same thing. When we talk to somebody and we tell them some of these stories, they think we're out of our minds because they've never heard anything like this. And they say, well, if it was so, why don't the doctors prescribe it? Why isn't it in the drugstore? Why isn't it on TV? Why isn't it this? Why isn't it that? Well, all the folks that have joined us over the years know why. For you new folks on the line, the reason is quite simple. This product does so much, and it's really hard to get a person to understand why one product will do it all, so to speak. Well, it does it all because it's a whole body preparation. That's what we say on our website, in our information. It's a whole body approach, which really means simply that your body is not a bunch of pieces. It's one big piece stuck together, put together, held together by all the individual parts, and they all interact and relate and rely on each other part. So that old thing that I always sing about, the thigh bone is connected to the hip bone. Well, look, your digestive system is simply one. The stomach, the kidneys, the liver, everything has to function together. Each one does its part, but they interact and they're interdependent. And if one breaks down, well, it's like one or two cylinders going off on your car. It may run, but it's not going to run like it did on the 8 cylinders. And it's the same with the body. So by the time you're 50 years old, you're running on a couple of cylinders less, and they put a couple of Band-Aids on it, the way health is practiced in this country and many, many others. And they hope to keep you together until you hit the pine box. But the journey from then on is not a very comfortable one. People have really, really poor sleep. They have poor digestive. They need a pill to sleep, a pill to wake up. They complain of the pain. They take a painkiller. They're not as spry. They don't have the energy. Sure, you're alive, but it's not the same kind of alive as you were before you started getting these health issues. And so the whole body has to work together, and that's what the tonic does. It is a catalyst to get the chemistry of the body turned around so that everything starts to function. It's like giving your engine that hasn't been treated a good engine treatment, a good oil change, change the air filter. They do everything when you go in for your checkup, don't they? And they do a different one for each number of miles, 40, 60, 80,000, depend, because it's been calculated and it's known in the automotive industry that after a certain number of miles, these kind of things have to be done to keep your car tuned up. And after these kind of miles plus another 20,000, you need a different set of things, or you need the same ones plus others. Well, it's the same with the body, except no one tells you that. So you don't know. So they wait until it breaks down, and then they try and repair it. And the repair job is not very good, because you can patch up things, and you could, if one of the hoses on your engine is leaking, you can put a tape around it. It'll work for a little while longer, but it's not like putting a new hose. Well, now they're putting new hoses, new arteries, new stents, new this, new that, new hearts, new, But why go through all that? So my father figured out if he could change the chemistry of the blood, that would do the trick. And guess what? After all these years, since 1943, when he first started to commercialize it, that's exactly what he did. He managed to put a preparation together that actually does it all. And that's really, really hard to explain and have someone believe. So use these success stories, because that's what we did with them, and that's why we're doing them still, to collect more and more. And now we're asking people for the before and after pictures like never before, because everything's visual now. With the smartphone, people, Instagram, they're looking at pictures. They're not even reading stuff. You go to the website and read all these success stories. People don't do that anymore. They want instant. And when they see a before and after picture, you cannot get more instant than that. That's why they called it Instagram, that program. Instant. It's instantaneous. And so we need you all to start sending in your before and after pictures. We need you to make sure that when you're talking to somebody, snap a few shots and make sure that you do a few more 3 months later. No one is going to believe you when you show them the pictures, like some of the ones that we have. Some people have changed like night and day in 3 months. Some it takes a year. But everybody starts to look younger, more sprightly, more color in there, more glow, everything just looks different. And so those are very, very important. And as I mentioned last week, we've started to put a database together that's going to include the before and after pictures and the audios, like the ones you hear on these calls. Now, the audios with me talking for 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 20 minutes, and then someone else jumping in to talk to the people who are telling the story, all of that is going to be removed. There will be these calls, and people who want to listen and get the information like I'm telling them about the reasons why this works and the history and the business and so on, that's all still going to be there, but there will also be only the snippet of the call. And when a person talks for 15 minutes, we're going to cut that down to 3 minutes. Just the very most important parts of what this tonic has done for them and how it's changed their health, their life, their family, and the whole thing. Okay? So we need everybody to start thinking in those terms. We're going to keep repeating it every week and reminding people. And we're going to hope that everybody jumps up and gets these before and after pictures in. It's a little difficult with the times the way they are at the moment, but it doesn't matter. Keep it in your mind. Keep at it. This is a good time to take those before pictures. And, of course, every day there are new people coming in, so make sure when you bring in new folks that you tell them right away, take a couple of selfies or get somebody in the family to shoot a few pictures. The whole body, the face, the close-up, or a picture of if it's a skin problem or a leg. Somebody sent in varicose vein leg pictures before and after. I mean, those are really great. I mean, you know, you'll never be able to explain to somebody how this can do a job on varicose veins by talking to them. But when they look at the picture, I mean, if they have varicose veins, they're going to buy a truckload from you. So keep that in mind, because this is the best time that you could possibly be in this business and on this mission, because of all the tools we have around us, because of the phone and the Instagram and the pictures, and because people like it and do it and look at their phones sort of 30 times a minute. See what's new. When they hear a ding, bam, they go and look at it. And they see a picture before and after. Look, they're going to ask you, what the heck is this? How did this happen? And so your job is done. You don't have to go into a long story and tell them about Dr. Mowry and about this. Those are things that you tell them after they get their first bottle, when they want to know more. You send them to Dr. Mowry, you send them to Dr. Fife, you send them, you know, Dr. Scott Whitaker, who was on the call the other night, and so on. And those things you follow up with. But to begin with, to get a person going on the tonic, the best thing is that. And so tonight, just to show you how this sort of thing works, and how people can do what I've just said, we've invited to the call a couple of our staunch ambassadors of health, and I'm going to let them chat a bit and go over some of the things that just happened recently about really how easy it is to share this and how easy it is to get people to see the results so quickly. And so I'm going to open the call to my old pal Betty, who, of course, has been on the call many times, and she's brought in many people, both for success stories and also for business stories. And my old pal Mike Schillinger, who also is an ambassador, and he has a great story to tell you, to show you just how easy it is to be an ambassador and to get people to come in and share the product, share the story, share everything, you know. So let's see, where are we? Let's see, there we are. Mike and Betty, take it on over.
Good evening, Anthony. It's
Hello.
Betty. Hello. Hey, you have to stop saying I'm your old friend. How about your young friend?
Oh, my good Lord, that's true. She's my new pal.
Creepers.
My new young pal.
Yeah, I'm 68 years old. I can't send you a before and after picture because I've been on the product 30 years and I look the same as I did 30 years ago.
That's good. So send one taken in 1960 and one taken in 2000.
Yeah, I look the same.
Perfect.
Goodness. Yeah, I was going to introduce Mike tonight. Mike's one of my ambassadors, and he's got some really good people that I work with and he works with, but he had a really interesting story in the last 2 weeks about a gal he met, and I'm going to let you tell it, because just by talking to people you never know what's going to happen.
Don't forget your cat story.
Oh, okay. After Mike finishes, I'll give you my little cat story, yeah. So, Mike, you want to take it away?
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this is kind of an interesting story, because what I did was I called this gal up in Canada, and because I was looking to buy a plane. Okay, and she was telling me that, gee, if I bought it up there, it'd be terrible to bring it to the United States because it costs so much. But anyhow, we started talking, and I told her that I was 70 and going to be 71 years old in May. And she says, "You don't sound like you're 71 years old." And I says, well, I'm not actually. I'm only 70. So anyhow, she says, well, how come you sound so young and everything? I says, well, I've been drinking this preparation since 1989. And the funny thing about it was, she says, are you talking about KM? And I said, or I guess up there in Canada it was called Matol, right? She said, are you talking about Matol? And I said, well, yes. She says, I've been looking for that for a long time. And I says, well, you just came to the right place because I've got it. So anyhow, she finally placed an order a couple of days ago. And I think when she gets on the product and gets trying it, she's going to be really, really happy with it. But the other day at work, I was up there, and I always carry my flask with me. And I opened up my locker and started drinking it, and that guy came up and says, well, what is that? And I said, that's a preparation called JC Tonic. It's fantastic. It'll change your life. And it's amazing. All you have to do is show this to people, present it, and look at. I mean, you carry something like a flask, and people go, "What the heck is that?" And then you've got an opening. It's wonderful. So, anyhow, I got an order from my work and everything, and I get order from people all the time. I had a guy just last week got me that we got 4 bottles too. So all you have to do is share this product with people, because right now people are looking for something for their health, and they're also looking for something to make money with, and this does both. Okay, it's an ideal time to share this product, people. I'm telling you. So let's get it done.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, and the phones have been ringing off the hook, basically, and it's unfortunate. It's, due to the situation everybody's in with the virus, and people now are really scared. And, but we're helping. We're doing our part and, bumping up those immune systems and getting the product out there. And I find a lot of people who haven't ordered in a little while, they're actually coming back and they're ordering a lot. So that's kind of nice to have them back in the fold again and taking care of them once again. So.
And Betty and Mike, the whole thing about this preparation, this tonic, this whole body tonic, is that it flat out works. There's so many products being sold because people need some money, but the product's no good or it doesn't work this works, and probably within days people see the difference.
Yes.
And they know something is going on. It may not get rid of their major problem in the first week, but they know something positive is happening, and that means you can safely do this part of the business and not have to worry about, are they going to call me because they want to return it, or, we have no returns. No one ever returns it because it works.
Yes. I get the question quite a bit, like, what other products do you have? And, because so many other companies, they have, 20, 30 products, one for this and one for that. And I say, no, we have Helena Skin Rejuvenator and we have JC Tonic, and basically that's all we need. Like, you don't need the other things you're taking. Just save your money, take the tonic, and let the tonic do its job on you.
And I'm glad you brought up Helena, because that's another product that's one of a kind. People buy something for under the eyes, something for the arm, something for the leg, something for this, something for that. They have 25 different creams. That's all hokum pokum. They could have all put them in one bottle, but they don't make enough. They don't make as much money. So we have it all in one. You can use it on the body, on your calloused feet, on your eyes. It doesn't matter. It works for everybody all over. Remember one thing: skin on the body is skin. That one you can be sure of.
When you were talking earlier, Anthony, about women with varicose veins, I have pretty nice legs. I could still wear a miniskirt.
Why don't you send that picture?
Well, I could send a leg picture, I guess.
Oh, perfect. The Betty Grable picture.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I don't have any. Like, I've never in my life had varicose veins. And, I see friends or, other people, on the street and stuff. And their legs look like purple road maps.
Well, there are very few people at 68 that don't have to some extent, varicose veins.
Yeah, no, I don't have any. Not a one.
We need those pictures.
Yeah, I guess I could take a leg picture. I'll have to ask my husband's permission, though, before I do that. No problem. I'll see what I can do. Did you want to hear my little cat story that I have?
Sure. Let's hear that one.
Okay, well, I'm an animal lover. I mean, I got into this originally because it saved my dog's life, but one of my cats, I have actually 6 cats, 2 dogs, and my horse. Now, one of my cats, he's a feral cat, and of course, I bring my feral cats in during the winter. I don't want them to get cold. So one of them, though, they're very friendly, but one of them, he really stunk, like really, really disgusting. And I just, figured he's probably not cleaning himself properly, but I really couldn't figure out what the smell was from. Anyway, finally I got to the bottom of it. It wasn't coming from his bottom. It was coming from his head, and he had a terrible, terrible ear infection in one of his ears. So right away I said, oh, I'm going to take care of that right away. So I got it the tonic, and I got a little syringe, and for 4 days, 3 times a day, I started putting in the tonic and just rubbing it in his ear. And within 4 days, the smell was gone. He had like a black sort of oozing stuff coming out, and that was gone. So, it took me a while to clue in, but yeah, for infection, there you go.
Wow, that is a great story for people, for our animal portion, because that's just the outside. You were not giving it to him internally, right?
No, just squirting it in his ear.
Isn't that something? And of course, we've told people forever that if you have any kind of a rash or a cut or a burn, or put some of the JC on the outside, it works equally as well. And of course, mentioning that, the Helena whole body skin rejuvenator has a big shot of JC Tonic in, for the exact purpose that the herbs in the tonic are so well known to be really, really good for the skin. Every single one of them. You can go and look them up. It's amazing how they treat the outside of the body just as they treat the inside of the body.
Yeah, I get reports back all the time about Helena. They've used them. A lot of women use it for babies with diaper rash. For
that is a great one.
Men shaving. For like after shave burn, I guess. Yeah, just a number of things. Even brown spots. I've heard good reports on that. Yeah, I mean,
Mr. Mike, come on, Mr. Mike, the ambassador. What else are you ambassadoring about?
Well, I'll tell you what. This product has been in my life since 1989, and I'm going to tell you it.
How are your legs?
Oh, well. Hey, now watch it now. No, I use the Helena because I'll tell you what, that stuff really, it makes my hands and that nice and soft. And that stuff is really wonderful.
And I
don't know.
Your wife uses it too, eh, Mike?
I do use it.
Your wife. I bet you she.
Oh, my wife. Yeah, she likes it too. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, because I'll tell you what, it's an amazing product.
Yeah, I had a cousin. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say because it's got all the herbs in it, and it's just so wonderful for the skin.
Yeah, I had a cousin who used to work at one of the very, very prestigious. I'm not going to name the names, but one of the very, very high up cosmetic companies. And he used to...
Oh, Urac Worldwide.
No, Urac Worldwide is a good company because their products work. No, but these were products, he used to bring me samples from the warehouse, and he'd say, here, use this on your face if you want, whatever. And Anyway, these were products too that if I went into a pharmacy, they would be like $150 for a little bottle of serum or whatever they were. And they never did anything. Like, I tried them a few times, and these things don't even work. And then one day he told me, he said, they really don't work. Like, none of them work. I said, well, why did you even bring them to me? He goes, well, just as a thank you, for letting us stay at the house and stuff. But, people are spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on these high-end
with the hope.
products.
With the hope.
Yeah, with the hope, and they don't work.
Yeah.
They really don't. Helena works just fine for me and for so many people that I've spoken to. So.
Betty, there's a fellow on the call tonight who was an ex-ambassador, and we haven't seen him for a long time, and and his name is Anthony as well. So look, Mr. Anthony, I'm going to ask you if you want to. I'm going to unblock if you want to say a word, because we want to hear why you used to be an ambassador and no longer were for the longest time, and now you're back. Tell us.
Were you referring to me? Or?
I am referring to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, now you're in trouble.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you, but it's all good. Well, to be honest, I've always used health products, and I like to support the industry, the networking industry. But there are a lot of companies that are marketing products that have, I would say, questionable ingredients that don't agree with me, because I really have to pay attention to my blood pressure. And sometimes they put things in there that I can literally feel my blood pressure going up. And that's how they market energy type products, get all this extra energy. And I just started thinking there's got to be a better way. And I ran across, I was just thinking and ran across the tonic, and I was like, why on earth did I quit this? Because when I started it, I noticed a good positive difference with the product, and I don't have a good reason why I quit taking it.
We need a good reason. You have to give us a reason. There is a reason why you did. I know what the reason is, but you don't know what the reason is?
Well, I was probably looking for maybe an opportunity mixed with the product.
Oh.
And so, you hear things like, you'll see something on Facebook, oh, this is, going to be the next whatever. And, always chasing the next shiny object syndrome, so to speak. And so anyway, I did get off the product, and I ran across the product again, very recently, and started thinking, and I'm having certain health issues that I'm very confident that this will help with, and we'll leave that for another conversation. But I'm looking forward to getting on the product. I know the product works, and I used to be a big KM user back in the day, and absolutely loved that product. That was one of my favorite all-time products. So, and I feel that this is even better, because this is how it was supposed to have been marketed. So, you know what I'm talking about. And anyway, I'm really looking forward to using.
Well, I didn't want to put you on the spot, Tony, but thank you very much. What you said is going to be good for a lot of people. And by the way, everybody, just for those of you who are really new, you do not know what KM or Matol is. That was a variation of this product that I started to market with someone else in 1984. And probably over the next 10 years, we must have sold, $800 million worth of it. And it didn't sell in those numbers because of my blue eyes. It sold because the stuff was pretty darn good, and people talked it up and talked about it and spread it around, just as we're doing now. So you can do exactly what Tony has just told you he did, and look for something else and try something else, but in the end, you'll be back. because everybody comes back to the tonic even after they go and chase the other shiny object, because everybody's pitching their product as the best, and it's just been researched, and it's just this, and it's just that, and we just made it, and it's clinical testing and all that. But no one has a story like we have, that it started in 1943. I mean, and that it was actually started to be worked on to develop in 1922. I mean, there's no story around like that. So you can feel safe and secure to become an ambassador of health. And as Mike suggested, in this day and age and this time, a little bit of extra money coming in will be very helpful to you. But you can also get the person you're talking to do the same thing, and the money will be helpful for them too. And while you're at it, this is so helpful for your longevity, for your peace of mind, for your good sleep, for your good everything. So please make sure that you jump in on it and talk to the person who brought you to the call. Talk to your ambassador that you...
Hey, Anthony.
Yes?
Sorry to interrupt. Could I just add a couple of quick things? Real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you. In my search for other products, what I found, and I'm just being truthful, there's good products out there, decent products, but most of them I have found overpromise and underdeliver. And with the JC Tonic, my opinion, from being around this industry a very long time, JC Tonic underpromises and overdelivers. They really have an amazing product. This formula really works. And just real quick, I'll share this with you. Going back to the KM days, that was back when they used to have the VCR tapes.
Yep.
And the way they used to promote it was hand out a VCR tape, loan it out and let people watch. And I remember watching a meeting, and I was just kind of watching the people, and there was like something really special about it. And one thing I noticed, and I'll never forget this, I told my, ex-wife now, at the time, my wife, I go, do you notice anything weird with all the people there? And she goes, what? I go, look at their skin and their eyes. I go, they just have a healthy glow, like their skin is literally glowing with health, and their eyes were just clear and bright, and your eyes are like the window to the soul, as they say, and I think it's an indicator of your internal health, how your eyes and your skin and your nails and such look. So my hat's off to the product. It really does work. And if you're new, you owe it to yourself to give it a shot.
All right. Fantastic. And you're right. It is. You'd think you were in Pleasantville.
Yeah. Exactly.
And Anthony, can you hear me?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Mike. I just wanted to say one thing too. There's a reason this product has stayed around for 77 years. It's because it works.
That's right. You could be the greatest salesperson in the world, and you could sell ice to the Eskimos, but you'll only get one crack at it if it's no good. Anybody still there?
Oh, I'm
Yeah, we're all here. Yep.
Oh, that was my Eskimo story.
Oh, we're just captivated by everything that's being said. So, Anthony, I just wanted to let you know, since 1922 was actually when all this began, and in 2 years it's going to be our 100th anniversary. I'm a great party planner. So if you want me to plan a party, let me know.
Sure, we'll do. Mike, take out your checkbook and talk to Betty and get it going.
Well, Mike has.
Oh, hey, what a great deal.
Mike, you have your new plane now, so you can fly me down.
Yeah, just go and pick her up.
To head office.
I could do that.
We'll have
I still have, I think, my old parachute. You want to train Betty how to use one?
I don't think I need a parachute.
I don't know.
I've been flying planes for 50 years.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Captain Eddie Rickety back.
Yeah, that's me, yeah. No, I got my license December 30th, 1970.
Wow, that's incredible.
Well, Anthony's
Yeah.
a pilot as well, so he can co-pilot.
Well, I'll just stay. I'll just stay here and wait for you to arrive, Betty.
Arrive, okay.
Yeah.
Have the cake and champagne ready.
That's right. Don't worry about that. I'll have plenty of that.
Okay, sounds good.
So look, everybody, appreciate your input on all this. And hey, everybody listening in on the call, if you want to join in on this kind of calls, let it be known. We do want to have more of these open talk shows so we can share things. So anybody who wants to is going to be welcome to jump in for a few minutes and give us your story or ask a question. And this format will be helpful for a lot of people, just as it was tonight, as people jump back into, oh, I got this, oh, I forgot this, and so on. And that's all good stuff. So we heard from Anthony Echeverry, and we heard from Mike Schillinger, and we heard from Betty McGowan, and you heard from the Tonic Man, and that's it for tonight, folks. You all have a grand rest of the evening, and make sure you take an ounce and feel the bounce. Good night now.
Night.
Good night, all.
Hi, Anthony.
Night.